Welcome, Sacred Sovereign Soul. I am Lady Drasmin, and this is He Vibes, She Dives, where we talk spirituality, higher magic, and anchoring the new now earth timeline. In today's episode, I will be bringing in a transmission for the current theme that we have been in for the last 3 weeks. And the topic is shamanism. 2 weeks ago, my co-host Timber Petro and I spoke into shamanism, our personal practices, our journey into this path, and where we stand current now. Last week, Timber came in and offered his unique insights and perspectives. And today I'm guided to bring to you a shamanic drumming journey. This is one of the primary tools, practices, pathways, shall we say, that shamans use to help guide the soul into deeper aspects of consciousness within self. And I host a bi-monthly shamanic drumming and chanting circle. It is currently live online, and once my temple doors open again, it'll be available in person as it was for the last few years. And so this is definitely a journey best experienced in person, and yet I know that this frequency will reach you. So let's drop into Sacred Circle today with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. First one. And last one. Beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It's so lovely to share the sacred circle with you. Circle is now open. Taking a moment here to arrive fully, continuing on that steady bridge of breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. If this is your first time to shamanic drumming, let me give you a quick breakdown. So, traditional shamanic drumming invites us to travel into 3 realms. First is the underworld, or the past. The second part is the overworld, or the future. And the third part is the now, here, present moment. And we have an intention when we go into journey where we look at what we experience within this intention in the past, what we would like to experience in the future, and then how to bridge the two in the here now. We are guided into this journey through the practitioner today, that is me, and I will guide you through the transitions between each of the worlds, so no need to try and remember everything I'm saying. And we are walked through this journey with a spirit animal and our higher selves. So, but I have my mallet. Little mallet. Here it is, hiding under my skirts. Welcoming into sacred circle, me, my higher self, my guides, angels, and counsel of the utmost high. Welcoming into sacred circle, you, your higher self, your guides. Continuing to drop into the breath, into the present moment, into the here now. And today I am inviting the spirit animal of salmon to journey with us, to journey with you individually. Now, why am I inviting Brother Salmon to join us? So the salmon story and why the salmon is sacred for me, I was taught in the Native American way of shamanic practices. Although my own personal practices are an infusion of what I learned and my own wisdoms from my lineage. But the salmon is this beautiful creature that is born up in the mountains and travels downstream to discover the world, to experience life. And when the salmon is ready to mate, to have a family, to grow and expand its life, it swims back upstream against the current. And so the strongest of salmon survive and return home. And then they give birth to their little babies. And the cycle of life continues. And so the medicine of the salmon is the returning to our roots, returning to our play, returning to our innocence. When the salmon travels back upstream, they're jumping in the water because they're going against the current, right? And so we learn through Brother Salmon the importance of dancing through the currents of life. And as I was meditating on the intention for today's journey, there were three things that were coming through. The first question was, or the first invitation rather, was an honoring of self, an honoring of your life, an honoring of the seen and unseen that has brought you to this here now perfected moment of wholeness. Now, traditionally, shamanic drumming journeys, as I mentioned, are the three worlds with a singular intention. However, today I am bringing in three invitations and reflections. So the first, we will journey into the past to honor and celebrate all that you are, all your choices, all your actions and non-actions, all that has brought you to this here now moment. Then we're going to go into the future and discover where you go from here. What is your service to humanity? And that could be just being in the human experience and living life every day. That could be as a creative. That could be as a speaker, a writer, a leader, a teacher, a mother, a father, a friend, a counselor. There's many ways that we can show our service to humanity, and it is not necessarily always in positions of leadership towards others, for others rather, but it always is in leadership to self. As long as you are in leadership and service to yourself and your highest evolution, then you are in service to humanity. When you are choosing to be fully present in the here now moment, honoring all that you are, honoring of life, you are in service to humanity. And then in the third path of the journey, we will discover steps and actions, and we will look into perhaps, is shamanism your path? Because some are called to the path, few are still walking. It is not a path for the faint of heart. And I won't dive further into it because I already talked about it in the channeling 2 weeks ago. So let's drop into journey today. Let's drop back into that breath, the inhale through the nose, the exhale through the mouth, while I invite in the directions to hold our container here. Welcoming in the east, the element of air and the mind, clarity and new beginnings. breath of life. Welcoming in the south, fire and energy, the peak of life, high new sun, where all is thriving and flourishing. Welcome to the west, element of water, our hearts, our dreams, our subconscious. Land of the setting sun, we reap our harvest. And we see how far we've come with the Edison wheel on the journey of the seasons. Welcoming in the north, element of earth in the body, where we now receive and rest, where we evaluate and reflect, where we celebrate and gather with our loved ones. Thank you to the ancestors who are here. Welcome to the four directions around. Welcome to the above, the starry nations, cosmic wisdoms, all that brings wisdom from above into the here now. And welcome to the below, Mama Earth and all that you hold. Thank you for holding us in this precious earth, co-creating with us, and teaching us how to honor you and how to honor ourselves by loving you. Welcome to the all around, the council of the utmost high, the holiest of holies, sacred circle that holds us all in here in the center. And welcome to you in the center, sacred sovereign I am presence, fully present, fully landed in the body, comfortable in your seat or laying down, as we prepare to journey for the next 20, 30 minutes. And when we finish our journey, there will be a period of silence for gentle assimilation. And then I will bring us back with the chimes. And here we are at the beginning of this journey, ready to go deep into subconscious, into the past, tracing the spiral to our origin points, to witness the fullness of life that we have lived, to celebrate every step that has brought you to this moment. And if there are blessings and wisdoms to receive, receiving them with grace. If there is difficulty, let it be met with love and compassion. And may you come into completion of those old stories so you do not carry them into what comes next. Brother Salmon swims on the right side, and your higher self dances beside you on your left side. And I guide you with the drum in my voice. And all you have to do is simply stay on this bridge of breath, soft inhaling through the nose, soft exhaling through the mouth, as you witness, receive. And we begin now. Final few breaths here in this world. Bringing this part of your journey to a soft close and completion. And you find yourself in between worlds. And now we will journey into the future, which is already here now. And you're going to discover what is your deepest, greatest, most passionate, thriving service to humanity. And allow yourself to witness, be surprised, be delighted, be confirmed, be encouraged in what you discover here. And allow yourself to receive a day, a week, a month, a lifetime of seeing how you dance in the service to humanity. And we begin and go in now. allowing this clarity to settle into your cells and your nervous system, allowing this timeline to normalize for you, even if you don't understand how, it's okay, but you feel it. You feel how right this is. You feel how peaceful and aligned this is. Allowing that to become your new now normal. And softly starting to wrap up this part of your journey. Then you find yourself in between worlds again, somewhere between the past and the future, and yet not quite fully the here now. And for this third part of the journey, we will go into the present moment, and you will receive wisdom from your guides, from your highest self, from your spirit animal, on the steps to take to bridge this embodiment of your highest timeline. Some of you might be wondering, is shamanism something that calls me? Allow your elders to speak to you, to show you the paths that they have taken to arrive at their point of shamanism, of elderhood, excuse me. There are shamans and elders who have walked in your bloodline, and so you have those codes within you. And it is okay if you do not walk the shaman's path in this timeline. Simply allow yourself to receive clarity on the next steps and the best path forward for you. And allow these wisdoms to settle into your consciousness and deepen and trust that as you continue taking one step in front of the other, the rest of these wisdoms and steps will reveal to you in the perfect timing and alignment. We go into this deepening of this now here moment and the bridging of what was and what's to be that is already here now. Softly here, receiving any final wisdoms, action steps, clarities, and confirmation. Fully returning to the present moment, staying in this meditative space. Bringing the soul back into the body. Giving thanks now to Brother Salmon, who has journeyed with us today. Giving thanks to your guides and elders who have been present here today. Giving thanks to all the ancestors who have been present here today. Giving thanks to this earth that holds us here today. Giving thanks to the 7 directions for holding us here today. Giving thanks to yourself for journeying here today. And now we'll release the directions and all who have been present here today, and then we will drop into a few moments of silence to gently assimilate back into the body. And then we will be fully present and activated, and yet in deep stillness when I bring the chimes in. With love and gratitude, releasing all the guides who have been present here today. Thank you for your presence, your witness, your guidance, your love. Gently wiggling toes and fingers to return to the present moment, softly opening your eyes. Welcome back, beloved one. Welcome back. Breathe softly into the space. Circle is now closed. And before you leap off into your day, I would love to share with you an integration practice that I share in my circles. This is a practice that I received from one of my ancestors and I have adapted over the years. So what you'll do is you'll take a piece of paper. I'm using the drum as an example. And you're going to take a pen or pencil and you're going to trace the outline of your hand. Okay, while you're still in this space. Okay, so grab a piece of paper and a pen right now and trace your hand, and then without removing the pen or pencil from the paper, you remove your hand and you just keep doodling and writing. And then you can lift the pen up, add details, add words, just allowing yourself to create a mandala from your hand and see what unfolds within that. And then you're welcome to add color. And then once you feel like you're complete with it, sign it. That's your way of saying, I'm complete with this particular journey. And then put it on a place where you can see it regularly and reflect on it. And over the next few days, as you continue integrating your journey, if you feel called to create another hand mandala, then I invite you to, again, repeat that practice. Just put your hand on a piece of paper. Doesn't matter which hand, usually people tend to gravitate towards using their dominant hand to use the pen and pencil. I have done both because that's part of my medicine woman training. And so I've done this practice for about 10 years. I do shamanic drumming several days a week. Most days of the week, I start my day with shamanic drumming. And then, trace your hand, lift up your hand, keep drawing, add little things. And if you feel brave and inspired, I would love for you to share in the comments below or send me a private message if you wish to keep that transmission sacred within you, because I love seeing the drawings come through and I love seeing the evolutions of the doodles and writings that pour through after shamanic drumming and journey. If there's anything else that you would like to share with me, any highlights, any takeaways, any breakthroughs from today's journey, please share them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. I get to them eventually. And again, thank you so much for being here today, for receiving this transmission. It is always, always, always a blessing to be in sacred circle with you. Until we meet again, take care of your beautiful selves. Nourish, hydrate, breathe, rest if you need to, eat nourishing, yummy foods, breathe some more, and remember, you are love, here to love, and here to be loved. And bye for now.